There's a theory going around the eBay community right now. Actually, I think it might be two theories. And the first one is that, at least the way I understand it, is that eBay gives every seller an allotment of views on their listings. And I guess the thought is that eBay doesn't want people to never make sales, get disappointed, and then leave the marketplace. They want to keep buyers, they want to keep sellers on the platform. And so if you're never making any sales, then you might never come back and list anything again. So there's this idea that if you have one really strong day, the next day you might have a slow sales day, and it's because eBay has given you your allotment of sales, and now they're spreading that out to somebody else who hasn't been doing so well. Then the second part of this series of theories is that if you opt into eBay's international shipping program, then shoppers in other countries will use up all of your allotments of views, even if they never buy anything. And they might not buy anything just because international shipping is so much more expensive than domestic. According to this theory, all of your good views will be used up by international buyers, and US buyers will never even see any of your listings. In the end, you're going to get fewer sales, fewer profits. And so I decided to put this theory to the test. Okay, well, welcome back to another edition of eBay Lab. This is a series I do on YouTube where I take commonly held beliefs about eBay, and instead of just repeating those theories and hypotheses and myths and legends, I actually put them to the test. So today's topic is one that I've been seeing gaining a lot of traction lately. I've seen several videos talking about this theory, and it is kind of a weird one. So like I said, the first part of the theory is that eBay gives every seller a limited allotment of views or impressions on their listings. And then the rest of the idea goes like this. If you opt into the eBay International Shipping Program, it's called eIS, then international shoppers will see all of your listings, but those international shoppers probably don't convert into buyers. So now they have used up all of your listings. They've used up your visibility, meaning that US buyers may never see your listings at all. And according to this theory, well, really, what they're saying is opting into the eIS program could actually hurt your sales. So before we go any further, let's talk about what is eIS. The eBay International Shipping Program, I think right now it's only available to United States and Canadian sellers. And basically what it does is allow you to ship to other countries without having to deal with a lot of customs forms, without importing and exporting rules. You don't have to know all these rules, and you don't have to take on the risk of shipping to another country. And there are a lot of international shipping risks. Like if the package goes missing, you're responsible for it. If you've sent something that cost quite a lot of money to another country and then the buyer wants to do a return, then you may be responsible for that return shipping. So with eIS, if a shopper in another country buys your item, you are directed to send that item to eBay's International Shipping Hub, which is just right outside of Chicago here. And then they will take it from there. If anything goes wrong with that shipment, the buyer, or if the buyer wants to do a return, then eBay will handle it. You don't have to take any responsibility. If you get it to the hub, your obligation is over. You will be free and clear. It's really is a good program for sellers, but for buyers, it is a little bit, it is kind of expensive. The cost of international shipping is already high, plus eBay adds additional fees onto this to make sure that they are making their profits. And so those costs can be prohibitive. And that's part of why this theory says that it could cause harm to your business. All right, let's lay this out logically and figure out how we're going to test this theory. So if the limited allotment theory is true, and if the international shipping theory is true, then when I opt into the eBay International Shipping Program, I should see at least one of the following issues. Could be fewer sales in my shop, fewer total sales. Could be lower click-through rates into my listings. could be lower conversion rate of shoppers into buyers. It could be any of those things, because supposedly the low converting international traffic would dilute my business, and we would get fewer people in the US, potential actual buyers, even seeing the listing. So that's what should happen if these theories are correct. So here's what I did to test it. For 1 week, from February 9th until February 15th, I was already opted into the eBay International Shipping Program. I've been opted into it for at least 2 or 3 years. I'm not sure. And then the following week, February 16th through the 22nd, I opted out of the program. I did not want to be in eIS for this week. And so it's 2 back-to-back weeks, one right after the other. My inventory was basically the same. The amount of my inventory basically the same, basically 1,650 items in my store for these 2 weeks. So I basically had the same store. We're selling in generally the same time of year and the same types of items, the same selling style that I have all the time. So, I mean, unfortunately, this is not a true scientific experiment. There are just way too many variables to really test eBay. Like there's nothing that you can control. You can't have any control really over this stuff. So it's not real science. Plus, it's only 7 days. You know, it's only a 1 week period. Also, we know that traffic fluctuates. You know, eBay is not a straight line. It's a bumpy road, and buyer behavior fluctuates. But at the very least, this is a real world comparison, an A/B test of essentially the same thing. The only things that I'm trying to change are, am I opted in to eIS or am I opted out? Okay, so now that we know how we're going to test this, I can give you some of the results. And essentially, I'm just tracking numbers, the number of sales, the number of impressions, you know, this kind of stuff. So week 1, when I was opted in to the program, I had 38 sales. The second week, I opted out, so theoretically, the sales should drop. But during that week, I had 39 sales. So one item difference, one sale difference, that's it, just the one. So if being involved in eIS was actually hurting my store, I would expect to see at least a slightly noticeable drop in sales during the opted in week when I was being shown to international buyers, but I didn't see that. For a little bit of additional context, I went back 1 year to the same week, the third week of February, basically, from 2025, and I looked at the number of sales then. At that time, I had a few more listings, more like probably 1,800 or a little bit more. So compared to 1,600, it was a slightly different store, and but it was the same time of year. And during that time period, I had 36 sales. So we're talking about 38 sales in, 39 sales out, and then 36 sales a week a year ago. So again, nothing very dramatic as far as the number of sales go. Now let's talk about impressions. That basically just means the number of shoppers that saw my listings in search results, but they didn't necessarily click into the listing to find out more. So here's what we had for impressions. Okay, Pineapple came to join us, so he's gonna sit here for a little while. We're home alone tonight, so he's looking for some company. All right, back to impressions. So the first week when I was in the program, I had about 335,000 impressions on items in my store. The second week when I was opted out, 295,000 impressions. So 335,000, 294,000. The impressions were actually higher in the week when I was opted in. So if there really was some fixed pool of visibility that could get used up by international shoppers, I would expect the impressions to be smaller when I expanded my audience to include the other countries. Okay, so let's think about click-through rate. So that's basically the percentage of people who saw my listings, like the number of impressions, and then the percentage of them that actually clicked into it to look at that listing and see what was available, and if they wanted to think about buying it or not. So the first week when I was opted into the international program, I had about 0.78% click-through rate, so pretty low. When I was opted out, about 0.9% click-through rate. Those things are a little bit different when we're talking about point something percentages, these numbers are basically the same. So no dramatic changes here. Certainly no evidence of a collapse of engagement in my store. The next metric we're going to look at is conversion rate. So that is after impressions and click-through rate, this conversions is really the metric that we care about the most, because this is the number of people who actually decided to purchase something. So in this case, I'm going to talk about percentages, the percentage of people who clicked on one of my listings and then actually bought it. The week that I was opted into the program, we had 1.45% conversion on that. And then the week when we were opted out of eIS program, 1.47. Basically, these numbers are identical. If international shoppers were actually consuming my visibility and converting poorly, my overall conversion rate should have dropped when I was opted into eIS, but it didn't. A little brief note about eBay promotions. I'm not doing promoted listings anymore. I gave up on them. I didn't think they worked, and I wasn't really happy with the ethics of the change in the promotions policy. So I'm not using promotions anymore, but last year I was. So during this same time period last year, I was using the general promoted listing strategy on eBay. So last year, my impressions in my shop were nearly double what they were this year. Compared to this year, like literally double. Over 660,000 impressions during the same time period in 2025 as compared to 330,000 in 2026. But I still had basically the same number of sales, which suggests to me, again, that promotions don't really do much and that traffic quality is more important than raw impressions. But I mean, I've talked about promoted listings quite a lot, so that's a topic for another video. As always, I want to be clear that this kind of experiment has a lot of limitations. This was a very small window of time, only 7 days. It's only one store, just my store, my 1,600 listings. I don't have a clear breakdown of shoppers in my shop from like domestic shoppers versus international shoppers. That'd be nice to have. And like I always say, you can't control all of the variables on eBay. There's way too much stuff that even eBay can't control. I certainly can't control it to do a scientific study. So this little experiment probably definitely does not prove that this theory is false. Certainly not for sellers in like different categories than me, but as for my store with my stable inventory during 2 back-to-back weeks and comparable conditions, I don't see any measurable evidence that opting into eBay International Shipping has hurt my visibility, my conversion rate, or my total sales. None whatsoever. No evidence for that at all. So in conclusion, I mean, it could be that different categories, different niches on eBay have much heavier international traffic than I do. That's a possibility. Could be that doing a much longer test could reveal something a little more subtle that's not clearly obvious in only a 7-day study. But based on my numbers that I have right now, the idea that there is a fixed view allotment that gets used up by international shippers, that just doesn't appear in the numbers that I have. But always with these eBay Lab videos, I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm just showing you the numbers that I have that came from my store, from me just tracking statistics. So if you're concerned about eBay International Shipping, then test it for yourself. Do it in your store. Track your impressions, track your conversions, and then compare back-to-back time periods. Because I mean, always these theories and hypotheses are interesting, but data is better, much, much better. So do the work. All right, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm probably going to take tomorrow off, Saturday, but I'll be back on Sunday with a new episode of another series called Seller School, where I just give you some real basic insights into ways to use eBay, tips and tricks to hopefully make your sales do a little better. So on Sunday, tune in. I'm going to be looking at eBay's social tab, where you can post directly to Facebook, Instagram, other social media directly from your eBay page. So if you're interested in that, make sure to tune in on Sunday. So again, thanks for watching. Have a great night. We'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.